Hello, we have another Go Battle League video, and we have a level 50 Gyaradoes. One of the longest, one of the original 151 Pokemon added to the game. Still a pretty powerful Pokemon. And being able to not take super effective from fairy types. Able to dish out some real nice dragon damage. And able to be in a great position with this Kyogre, not having to worry about the surfs or the waterfalls. Although a Thunder would be a one hit KO. But we find a Shadow Mewtwo, and this thing does not want to face the crunch. We're going to bring in our own Mewtwo with that shield advantage in mind. Going to have the return of Rayquaza and getting some extra energy for the return of their Mewtwo. I'll happily take that KO and a Shadow Ball knockout for the second KO of the battle. Now, I have two legendaries with the Gyarados, so definitely going to help the team, but also Gyarados is good. It's a good Pokemon. Going to shield up unfortunate Side Strike. They're going for 3 Side Strikes instead of trying to get a Side Strike and Shadow Ball. Iron Head's on the way to grab a shield, or it gets a knockout. And there is a Groudon. And it's a Dragon Tail Groudon. So I'm going to bring in a Mewtwo before they get to Precipice Blades. But they're going to save it for the back line for my last Pokemon. And they're not going to appreciate having to deal with a Gyarados with it. Don't mind them taking me out because, I'll still take a lot of damage from Precipice Blades. May as well save a shield for Gyarados. But let's no shield the Fire Punch. Oh, it is a Precipice Blades. Dragon Tail is going to be able to do some nice damage. Let's bring in the Dialga. Not enough health left. But we shield up a Fire Punch. They need a Precipice Blades. Do they have it? Oh, dang nabbit, they did. Well played, they outplayed me. Able to stay alive and win the game. Now we got a beautiful lead up against Kyogre. Going to just be able to outpace the damage. Don't want to take a little. Want to save some energy, but also want to get some extra damage. Let's see what comes in. Is a fairy type? It's a Lugia. So you know it's time for Draco. If you're familiar with my Dialga battles. Draco before getting taken out, unless it's the fairy. I can withstand a Sky Attack. Not going to let them get to another move before I Shadow Ball. And let's bring in the Gyarados. That's only a Sky Attack. And it's a Landorus with a shield disadvantage. And yeah, they knew no match. We scare off the Kyogre this time. I don't mind keeping in with the Dialga. Correctly called the nuke of a Shadow Ball. So now they're in a tough position. Forced to shield a Iron Head. Not going to shield the second move. It is a Side Strike. Let's go. I can survive another Side Strike. But I get the Dragon Breath down before the next move in. Yep, they conceded. It's tough to play Dialga. Haxorus swap in. Let's bring in the Gyarados after leaving with some energy. They do get the attack drop. That's big. That gives them some hope. But we have Aqua Tail for that impending Tyranitar. We got a couple of fast moves in. Just missed out on that second Aqua Tail, which would have put them in a bit lower. If we had landed that, we could have gotten this fast move farm down sooner. But we're going to shield up. Let's see what's the third Pokemon. Primarina is not ready for a Shadow Mewtwo. Psystrike is going to get the knockout. Could have thrown it sooner, but I didn't realize it was enough damage, but makes sense, it's enough. We got a beautiful Haxorus lead. No need to shield the first move, but we do anyways. And Kyogre comes in. We've been softened up already. Ironhead's able to bring them to even playing field. Only a serve, so we are going to just let it go. They are strong enough to resist, to not get farmed down from that point. But they're actually quite a little bit excelled, invested Kyogre. We're going to bring in the Gyarados after getting a Psystrike in, Psycho Cut in, the Mewtwo. Aqua Tail grabs the shield. They cannot afford to take another Aqua Tail. So they use that move. And we're just going to go straight for Psystrike. Goodbye, Shadow Mamoswine. And goodbye, Haxorus. They do not have the energy required to take me out in time. Let's see. Tough lead up against Shadow Ho-Oh. I think it's an almost fully excelled Shadow Ho-Oh. Very, very strong. Makes sense why we see it with the Dialga lead and, Gyarados in the back. The shadow damage just is amazing, but that defense shrub let us get the farm down after committing both shields. Able to grab a shield from the Dragonite, and Gyarados comes in, able to put in the work against this dragon. They are going to have charge attack priority, which is fine. They do not take us out, so we can then just bring in the Mewtwo. They have their own Mewtwo. They are going for a Psystrike, but they are a goner. I may have been able to sneak in one extra Psycho Cut, but Shadow Ball, plenty, and we do reach that Psystrike in time before another Dragonite move is ready. Now we got a awful lead up against Landorus, but we are going to save swap into Shadow Mewtwo. And we have charge attack priority. We get to throw first, and we nick a shield off of them. Sandsteel Storm is not enough for KO. They expect and know another Psystrike's coming. Can we get another? No, we cannot. Okay, let's bring in Dialga. We're going to need Gyarados for that Landorus. I correctly call an Ironhead and get the farm down. Gonna go straight, no nonsense, Dracomania, and we get them to red. They are in a bad position up against this Gyarados. Gonna no shield, a Sandsteel Storm. Arctil's not gonna be enough, but we're going to be able to shield and get the Dragon Breath down. And that Kyogre is done. 2 shield flex with Gyarados in the team. It will be a fantastic closer. And now we have a Groudon. We catch the Precipice Blades on our Gyarados. Just a Fire Punch. Well played. They expected a potential catch or an almost certain shield. Well played by them. But Aqua Tail is a threat. We get them not low enough in time. Only a 5-punch though. And we are going to be able to reach the crunch for this dragon. And this dragon is debuffed. Defensively debuffed. Not going to play around and just be safe with that shield. We have a Ho-Oh, which is a little bit of a tricky scenario. Gonna optimize the psycho cuts we get through. Because we can steal the shields with side strikes. They are red health, but we reach one last side strike for the last shield. We did have a Drake already, but also they're in range of Iron Head. And bye-bye, Dragonite. Beautiful games. We have an awful lead up against Groudon, and we are going to match it with Shadow Mewtwo. They're going to catch the side strike, but we can win this matchup. Going to go for the side strike, expecting the shield because they do not want to take a Shadow Ball. And we are going to reach a third side strike for this Dialga. And we have grabbed the last shield. We won charge attack priority, and now we can get the fast move farm down and have a Draco shortly, well, soon be ready. They do need to grab a shield. Fire punch, well played. I think I should have thrown first right away. But it's another fire punch. Get some extra energy before I get the knockout. Before I Draco down this beast. In a battle where Dialga just absolutely smokes two opposing legendaries. The higher ranked in Master League. Nice. Gyaradoes getting carried on that battle, but now we have a Solgaleo. Tricked, annoying lead. Gonna bring in Shadow Mewtwo after the first debuff. Don't mind them debuffing me with the amount of energy I have. It's Zacian. They're not gonna be able to fast move farm me down, and I'm loaded on energy. I think I have 2 moves loaded. They do get another Snarl in. And I throw back to back. Goodbye, Zacian. They barely get their farm down in time. But I can survive a Stone Edge. And now I can bring in Dialga. Not going to shield up the first move, of course. Going to whittle them down as much as I can. And give them as little energy they can get. I do not reach the Iron Head. I'm forced to shield. Gonna throw and Hail Mary with the Aqua Tail. I get the Dragon Butt down. That was so close. Gyarados carrying me in the back. Very close. And this battle is level 50 versus level 51 Dialga. Gonna Draco to grab a shield before I have the Gyarados come in. No need to worry about Sacred Fire. So I no shield and no attack drop. Fantastic. They're going to have another move ready. It is Brave Bird, so I had to shield it. But with this energy, I'm good for what comes in. The Dialga, as expected. Oh, no, it's Snorlax. Well, this Snorlax does not want to see a Shadow Mewtwo. Side Strike. The normal type is not equipped to survive too many charge attacks from this beast. Outrage. And I let one too many licks go through, but can my Dialga survive long enough? Can I get the extra damage in time? I can grab the last shield. Can I read? Oh, I don't get the damage. I don't. That was a close end. But hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Have a good morning, day, night, or just whatever time. Goodbye.